Throughout history, people everywhere have faced conflict. There have been wars between countries, fights between communities, and even arguments within families. Even today, conflict is almost everywhere we look. We see it in international wars, political fights, social tensions, and even in our daily lives. It's easy to wonder, can there ever be a lasting peace in our world? Let's look at the world around us. On the global stage, wars still happen like those in Ukraine and the Middle East. Lives are lost, people are forced from their homes, and hatred keeps growing. On a social level, we see divisions between religions, races, and social classes. Rather than bringing people together, it often feels like these differences are tearing us apart. Even personally, arguments can break apart families, friendships, and workplaces.
Conflict truly is a part of our human experience. But what does Jesus say about all this? Jesus never pretended that conflict didn't exist. He actually told his followers that there would always be wars and rumors of wars. He said, "See to it that you are not alarmed." That means conflict is part of life, but we shouldn't lose hope. In fact, Jesus offered us a way to turn conflict into true, lasting peace. The peace that Jesus spoke about is very different from what the world usually thinks of as peace. He said,
"Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives."
Means the peace that Jesus gives doesn't come from treaties or silent periods after fights. It starts inside our hearts. It is deep and real. It is very challenging too. Jesus told his followers, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." That's not what comes naturally to us most of the time. We want to hate those who hurt us. But Jesus asks us to break the cycle, to answer hatred with love. There's another important thing Jesus said. "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Notice, he didn't say peace lovers, but peacemakers. That's an important difference. To be a peacemaker means going into situations of conflict, not to make things worse, but to heal and rebuild. It's an active choice, not a passive one. So, how can we follow this example today? On the world level, imagine if countries chose understanding and forgiveness over revenge. One real example is South Africa, where leaders created the Truth and Reconciliation Commission after years of apartheid. Instead of endless revenge, they chose honesty and forgiveness. This matches Jesus' teaching about reconciliation. In our local communities, society is often divided by religion, caste, or class. Jesus' life shows us that every person deserves respect. He ate with tax collectors, talked with people from other communities, and welcomed those whom society rejected. For us, it means looking beyond labels and working together for the common good. Sometimes, though, the hardest conflicts are personal. Maybe there's tension in your family, with a friend, or at work. Our pride makes it hard to say sorry, but forgiveness, humility, and patience are powerful tools for bringing peace. Remember, even when Jesus was on the cross, he forgave those who killed him, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." If he could forgive such a big wrong, maybe we can learn to be a little more forgiving in our own lives. Jesus' teachings have inspired some of the world's greatest movements for peace. For example, Mahatma Gandhi was deeply influenced by Jesus' words from the Sermon on the Mount. Even though he was not a Christian, his philosophy of nonviolence helped free India from colonial rule. In the United States, Martin Luther King Jr. led the civil rights movement by refusing to fight hate with hate, but instead with love, just as Jesus taught. Their actions show that Jesus' way of peace isn't weak, but is powerful enough to change history. But let's make it personal. Every one of us deals with conflict at home, in friendships, or even just inside our own hearts. If we cannot learn to make peace in our own lives, how can we expect peace in the world? The Bible says, if it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. That means we won't always succeed, but we should do everything in our power to bring peace wherever we can. So, what should we remember? Conflict in life is unavoidable, but peace is possible. And real peace doesn't start with governments or treaties. It starts with us, in our hearts. Jesus shows us the path. Love instead of hate, forgiveness instead of revenge, and humility instead of pride. If everyone lived by these principles, maybe our world would be very different. The challenge isn't easy, but it is life-changing. So, let's choose to be peacemakers, and, in doing so, bring a little more peace into our world today. If you found this talk inspiring or helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters and helps us keep bringing you valuable discussions like these. Thank you for watching.